I'm on my way to Dollar Tree right now. I've got a $25 budget, and I'm gonna see how many meals I can prep for the entire week. I'm Jamie, the crafty DIY guy. Welcome back to my channel. All right, so for meal number one, I'm gonna be doing Asian, and I've got this package of stir-fry mix that I grabbed from Dollar Tree. I also have a package of these chicken pot stickers, and then I have a package of jasmine rice, and we are going to create meal number one. So for this first meal idea, I'm gonna take the chicken dumplings. We're gonna go ahead and saute those up on my pan here. I am just going to saute them until they get a golden brown on each side, just to make sure that that chicken on the inside is cooked and everything is done. For the veggies, we're just going to stir fry them around in our pan until those are cooked as well. Be sure not to overcook your veggies so they don't lose a lot of their bright color. Go ahead and add some rice onto your plate. This rice was a 90-second packet that you saw that I had. It was a jasmine rice. And then I added my veggies on top. I am not a Food Network stylist by any means, but I did want to keep it a little bit pretty. And yes, I know I'm using a pasta strainer there. And then I did add some soy sauce to the top of this because I love soy sauce, and this was a condiment that I actually did have on hand. It's Asian night. All right, for meal number two, we're going to have some Mexican cuisine, and I'm going to be using this Santa Fe blend that I found at Dollar Tree. It was $1.25. By the way, everything that I'm showing you guys is from Dollar Tree in the $1.25 section. I didn't go into the plus section or anything. So we've got the Santa Fe blend that is really yummy. I've actually had that before. I've also got these corn tostadas because I can use these for multiple things. And then I have some refried beans. Now, the one thing that I did buy that I'm calling the stretch item, because I'm going to use it actually for two different meals, is this package of pepper stir fry. Because it's peppers, I was thinking I could mix it in with the tostada, almost like a fajita style or something. And then I could also use this in the third meal that I'm getting ready to show you right now. Now, the first thing I wanted to do was get this Santa Fe blend cooked. This was actually one that you could do in the microwave as well. So I figured I would just let it steam in the microwave while I was cooking up some other things. Now, this package is 4 servings, and it takes about 6 minutes in the microwave. For the refried beans, I just heated up enough for 2 kind of tostadas here for me. If you were going to be doing this, you could have at least 6 servings with all of the refried beans that were in that can. That was a really big can. I'm going to add it right on top of my tostadas, and I'm just going to kind of spread it out a little bit here, kind of get this nice and laid out and pretty and ready to go. Then I'm going to take some picante sauce that I did have on hand, and I also did have some hot sauce. Again, those were just kind of condiments that I already had on hand, so I'm definitely going to use those. This Santa Fe blend, as you can see, is really, really hot. It's filled with onions, it's got corn, it's got black beans, it's got some red peppers. There's a little bit of everything. Once again, the plating stylistics are not ideal here, but you know what? It's actually really, really good. I was really surprised with how tasty this was. And I'm not a big fan of onions, but I might be coming around just a little bit. Now, I did add some picante sauce. I just added kind of big heaping tablespoons on each one of those. This actually turned out so good. I went ahead and gave it a little kick with some hot sauce, although this hot sauce from Dollar Tree that I've had on hand for, I don't know, maybe a month or so, is not super hot, but Mexican night is here. So the third meal, we are going to get into a Italian. And as I mentioned, I am going to be using half of this package because think of like, meatballs and green peppers, or meatball and pepper, almost like a sub, except for I'm going to turn it into a pasta. So again, I'm going to be using half of this bag. This is a stir-fry mix from Dollar Tree. And then I also grabbed 2 packages of these meatballs. Now, these meatballs say that there's 1 serving per package, and it doesn't give me the number of meatballs. I don't think it does. It does say they're bite-sized. There's 10. So there's 10 in a package. I don't know if I'd eat 10 meatballs by myself. Well, I probably would. But keep that in mind, because even though there's 10 meatballs, if you're feeding 2 kids, you could probably split that up and have a couple meatballs per kid. Plus, remember, you're going to be adding in the veggies and the different things. And then I did also grab the potato gnocchi. This potato gnocchi is really, really yummy. And this is 4 servings in this one package. So that, combined with also having some Hunt's traditional pasta sauce, this is going to be really great to add to that gnocchi with the peppers and the meatballs. So let's get started on that one. Now for this meal, I did also have some Texas toast, and that was included in my total there. I forgot to show you guys that when I was pulling everything out. So remember, the peppers, I'm only using half of those, and we are also going to use the crock pot for this because this is an easy, like, set it up, let it cook on the countertop for a couple hours. 4 hours, I think, is what I did mine on low. Super, super easy. We don't want to cook that piece of plastic. So the gnocchi, I actually only used half a package. Now, this gnocchi serves 4 people. So I've really created an extra meal for myself that I can put away and seal this up properly and put this into the freezer and have this for another time. Now, for the meatballs, I kind of did the same thing with the meatballs. Honestly, I only used 1 package. I figured 10 were enough for me for a couple servings. And then I saved the other packet in the freezer. So now I've got another meal. And then these stir-fry veggies are... yeah, they're filled with onions. And I added half that packet, and then I did do the entire can. Give everything a really good stir, and then we're going to put the lid on, and again, let that cook. For my Texas toast, I went ahead and just took this out, and we're going to cook this right in the oven. It takes about 12 minutes, I think is what the recipe said, 425 in the oven, and they came out perfectly crispy and golden. Now, 4 hours later, my gnocchi is done. Look how delicious and yummy this looks. I was dying at how good this looks, and with a nice crusty chunk of bread. This is like a garlic bread toast, that the Texas toast there. This is absolutely yummy and so delicious. All right, you guys, now that I've shown you almost everything, let me show you kind of what I'm going to be doing for breakfast. Now, this is pretty easy, pretty standard. Not reinventing the wheel here. By the way, if you're hearing crunching in the background, I guess because I'm doing a food video, Otis is down below here eating his dinner. So, I don't know if you hear it or not, but that's Mr. Otis. So we're going to add some Hungry Jack pancake mix. What I like about this pancake mix is that it's $1.25. There are 12 servings in this box, and you just have to mix it with water. You don't have to do anything else. And then I did grab some pancake syrup because I did not have anything. Now, the other thing that I did grab, and I'm thinking I can also incorporate it in with the pancakes, I wanted to have a dessert of some kind. So I am going to be incorporating this Dove pudding, a tub of Cool Whip, and we're also going to be crushing up some of these cookies. These are kind of the generic brand of kind of like an Oreo cookie. But what I'm also going to do with these is I thought one day, instead of having like chocolate chip pancakes, maybe I could do Oreo pancakes and crush some of those up. So we are going to be doing those both next. I keep forgetting stuff, but also milk. I need this for the pudding, and this milk came from Dollar Tree. This was all part of that $23.60. Now we can actually get to, that recipe. Now, this recipe is one that I saw on TikTok, and I thought that this would be absolutely perfect to share. Very, very easy to recreate this one. Take some of your pudding mix. I just grabbed the Dove pudding mix because that's what my Dollar Tree had, and I'm just going to sprinkle this packet down into the bottom of my Pyrex dish here. I used this Pyrex dish because I wanted to be able to divide this up into like 6 servings. That way there's a little bit of portion control here, and I have something that also honestly just fits better in my refrigerator. This shelf-stable milk, I did also pick this up during my Dollar Tree haul, so this is part of that original total. I'm going to add 2 cups of milk to my pudding mixture here. You want to go ahead and just kind of add this in. You could kind of do what I'm doing there and just kind of, spread it all over the pudding mix, but eventually this is all going to mix together anyway. Now, if you were going to double up your pudding mixture, then you would also want to double up your milk count. The great thing about this milk as well is because it is 32 ounces, I've now got milk that I can can use for my coffee, which I'm super excited about. Go ahead and whisk all of this together and it will start to form pudding, because that's what it does. And it's going to need to set up in the refrigerator for a couple hours. So go ahead and get that ready. You're also going to add some of your cookies to this. Now, you could use chocolate chips, you could use chocolate chip cookies, you could use the Oreos like I'm doing. Totally up to you. I just go ahead and crush them up in the bag and then sprinkled them right on top. Now I'm going to take my entire container of Cool Whip and make sure I get all of that Cool Whip out of there. And we are just going to start to mix that together. Now, my Cool Whip is still kind of frozen in the middle, but that's okay. It does end up coming together quite nicely when it's all done. For the Cool Whip, you are just going to keep mixing until everything starts to blend together, and then top it with one additional bag of cookies. That way you get some fun kind of cookie crumbles at the top. This is what it looks like when it's done. This sat in the refrigerator for about 4 hours. I have this fun little glass that I'm going to be serving my dessert in, and I'm going to give myself 3, maybe 4 tablespoons here because I'm gonna go back and grab one more because I love this dessert and it's super easy. All right, you guys, that's everything for today. My kitchen is all cleaned up. I am ready to go. Before we end for today, though, I want to know, first of all, what was your favorite? What do you think would be the recipe that you would want to recreate for you or for your family? Also, I want to tell you about my friend Sharon. She has a company called Something About Spice, and you can get 3 of her signature spice blends right now for $25. Now, Sharon does not know that I'm doing this. This is not a sponsored video by any means, but she's a small business owner. She left the corporate world and started doing her passion, which is also cooking, and I had to share everything with you. Now, she's got 3 different flavors that are in this package. There is a curry, it's called Curious Curry, and it is super flavorful. There's also a Greek flavoring that you can get from her, and then lastly, there is one that is called For Everything, and you can literally put it on everything. So definitely check those out. I'll have her website here on the screen, and also you can follow her on her Instagram account right here. All right, you guys, until next time, I will see you later. Bye-bye.